Welcome to the Stammer AI Agency office hours. We do these every Tuesday at 11 a.m. I always like to start off these meetings by going over some of our general housekeeping and stuff, just so everyone is aware, especially for everyone that is watching on YouTube, because I know we're having a lot of people watch on our YouTube channel. A couple of things to mention real quickly off the top. We have all of our support options, Stammer AI/support will bring you to this page. This has all of the different ways that you can get in contact with us, as well as joining links for our daily support calls. This has been one of our most successful things recently. A lot of people have been joining these and getting help and feedback on building out their AI agents, which is nice. So that's something to check out if you haven't yet already. Those are every single day, Monday through Friday at 11:30. So it's right after this call, and we can go over basically anything that you guys have. Next up, we have our roadmap, roadmap.stammer.ai. This is where we go over all of our latest improvements and updates to the platform and some of the things that we're going to be talking about today. Today will be a little bit of a shorter meeting, not too much to go over today, just a couple different things. We went over most of these updates last week, but just as a recap, we added in a message rate limit feature, which has been requested by a lot of different people. You can now access this new feature inside of the settings tab. So if you go into AI agent and then into the settings tab, there's now a message rate limits tab here that allows you to enable or disable this feature, which will then allow you to set a different limit of messages per conversation that will then basically control the amount of messages and activity for a conversation. So some people a few months ago were saying how they were having some issues with people trying to like spam their agents. This will be a way to control that. So that is now out and available for everybody on all plans for all AI agents and ready for you guys to take a look at. The next thing we've added is sub account analytics. So this is another item that has been highly requested, and we finally got this out for everybody inside the agency plan as well as the sub accounts. And so this will show you the different metrics and everything, as well as being able to allow you to export this and send that off to your clients. And your sub accounts will be able to see a version of this as well, which is quite useful for them to know kind of where their status is at. Then the final thing that one of the new things that we've added since last week was a feature that is specifically for anybody who's added their own API key to extend the knowledge base search results. Now, what does this mean? This basically means that when you upload a lot of data into a knowledge base, whether that's text or uploading documents or files or scraping websites, there's a lot of information that could be added as context to the AI agent. And for everyone that's watching that might not be aware, when you have an AI agent that has all of this information, what we do is we take the user's query and then we do a search on the knowledge base to find information that is related, that can provide more context to the AI agent to answer that question. And then it returns those results and generates the response. And then that's the response that the user sees inside of the chat. By default, we've typically added 3 or 5 results as the default here. But if you've added your own API key, you can now select more results. Why would you want to do this? Well, for some use cases, if you have an extremely large knowledge base that has potentially tens or hundreds of thousands of records or scraped hundreds of thousands of different web pages, there could be a lot of information that could provide some contextual information to the AI agent to provide better responses. This could also be used well when you have lots of different types of information. So let's say you scrape like 100,000 pages of a website, but then you also have, a couple hundred or a couple thousand documents and PDFs that are uploaded. Sometimes having more results in here will provide better results. So by default, this is set to 5 results. For 98, 99% of the use cases out there, 5 results will be more than enough. But if you're finding that the AI agent isn't responding fully in the way that you'd like it, 2. This is an option now that you can increase the amount of results. And to figure out what those results will be, you can go into the knowledge base and use the KB search function, which will allow you to essentially search like the AI agent would search the knowledge base to find results that would match to provide more context. So a couple different customers in our Discord. Shout out to our Discord. You can find a link to join our Discord here. I have been asking about that, so we added that, and when we did, it pretty much solved their use case and was able to provide the answers that they were looking for by increasing the results from 5 to about 9 or 10. So that's a new feature. It's only available when you have your API key enabled, and that is out for everyone as well. So those are the main things that we've updated for this week. We are still working on our voice module as well. We're making some good progress there. That should be out within the next week or so for everyone to start testing. Super excited to get that out for everybody. And that's pretty much it for today. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Take care.